This is 16-year-old Claire, meeting her 36-year-old husband for the first time, her eyes full of curiosity. The man says he is a time traveler. Am I pretty?
是的。
Prove it from the future. The man had no choice but to describe what was about to happen, his gentle gaze unwilling to look away for even a moment.
But if you hang with me, you'll see me disappear.
At this moment, for some reason, there was a hint of reluctance in Claire's eyes. The man gently reassured her, saying he would come again, many, many times. Nice to meet you. The warm sun shone on Claire's youthful face, and at this moment, she had not yet realized that this man, decades older than her, would make her willing to spend a lifetime waiting. Henry suffers from congenital chronic time displacement disorder. Whenever his emotions fluctuate slightly, he involuntarily travels through time and space. However, the unfortunate part is that he cannot control the time and place of his travels, nor can he bring any belongings, like an observer detached from the world. But the only certainty is that each time he travels, he is beside his loved ones. When Henry was 9 years old, his ability to travel first occurred, allowing him to avoid a car accident, but his mother unfortunately passed away. After that, Henry lived alone in solitude. Until this day, he unexpectedly traveled through time and met 6-year-old Claire, and from then on, the gears of fate bound them tightly together. As Henry visited frequently, their relationship gradually became familiar. Claire would prepare clothes in the woods in advance and carefully prepare a lot of delicious food. She had long considered Henry the most important person in her life, confiding in him about various troubles, and Henry always listened attentively, then gently guided and comforted her. That day, Claire suddenly asked, "Are you married?"
是的，我是。
Do you love her?
是的，非常喜欢。
Obviously, this was not the answer Claire wanted. He sulked and began to clear the dishes, while Henry, seeing his jealous expression, just gave a doting smile. This intermittent companionship lasted for a full 12 years. Until Claire just turned 18, Henry appeared again with a sad face, inexplicably apologizing to Claire. But when Claire pressed for answers, Henry refused to say anything, which made Claire so angry that she hit him for the first time. And Henry, without a word, directly stole his first kiss. After that, Henry never appeared again. Finally, after waiting for 2 years, Claire was in a library. Henry.
是的。
Countless days and nights of longing and waiting, expecting a passionate reunion. But what came was a face full of unfamiliarity. After getting a closer look at Henry, Claire immediately felt relieved. The man in front of her was not the 36-year-old Henry who traveled through time and grew up with her, but the 28-year-old Henry from the same timeline as her. He doesn't have memories of the future yet, so today is their first true meeting. I'm Claire Upshaw. Do you like to have dinner with me? Henry had a good impression of the girl in front of him, and guessed that she was related to his future self, so he readily agreed. In the evening, Claire arrived at the restaurant early, but just as Henry was about to leave, he uncontrollably time-traveled again. Just like before, he broke into a house to find clothes, but unexpectedly got caught by the police. Fortunately, luck was on his side, and this terrible trip ended quickly. By the time Henry hurried to the restaurant, Claire had been waiting for over an hour, but she wasn't angry. Looking at the familiar face from her memory, Claire couldn't help herself, and under the girl's affectionate gaze, Henry accepted her passionate confession. This night was destined to be romantic and lingering. Claire's appearance soothed Henry's lonely journey through time. So on this sunny afternoon, Henry secretly decided to propose to Claire. But before that, he wanted to share this good news with the other most important person in his life. On the train, Henry sat beside a woman as he used to, who was his mother before he was born. Even though this familiar face has been seen hundreds of times, tears still fill the eyes. Henry said he better go. And as long as he's with her, he feels an unprecedented peace of mind. He wants to give her a grand wedding. Seeing his mother nod with a smile, Henry could no longer hold back. But time didn't allow him to stay longer. Before leaving, he told his mother, "I know." Seeing his mother's figure again, Henry knows this is an extra gift from time travel. That morning, Henry took out the wedding ring left by his mother and placed it on Claire's ring finger. "I don't want to hold your hand. I marry me." The sudden proposal left Claire a bit at a loss, with tears welling up in her eyes. It turned out that the beloved wife Henry spoke of when he was young had always been her. They began meeting each other's parents, and the wedding was held as scheduled. But just as the guests were taking their seats, Henry uncontrollably traveled through time. As the wedding was about to start, his brother anxiously searched room by room, and fortunately, a few minutes later, he appeared outside the window. But this time, his temples were already streaked with some grey hair. When Henry arrived at the wedding venue, Claire walked slowly towards him, arm in arm with her father. She could tell this was Henry from the future, but as long as it was him, it was fine. Under the witness of the priest, they completed the wedding. At Claire's request, the banquet continued until very late, and the young Henry was finally able to return. After the wedding, Henry's time traveling became more frequent, and Claire experienced loneliness during their honeymoon. To improve their financial situation, he took his wife to a lottery shop to try their luck. Relying on his memories of the future, he casually mentioned a series of numbers, and they actually won the prize. They moved into a luxurious villa and invited Claire's brother's family to live with them. This way, when he disappears, his wife won't be lonely. Everything seemed to be moving in a good direction, but just as they were preparing dinner, a man's wailing suddenly came from outside the door. She went closer to see, and it was her elderly parents who had been shot, bleeding profusely. Before she could ask, the man disappeared without a trace.
Henry had a vague sense of foreboding. Claire tried hard to recall, and apart from Henry in his 40s, she really hadn't seen an older man. Just as he wanted to have a good talk with his wife, she said they had a child.
The sudden surprise momentarily overshadowed the inner worry. Despite knowing that he didn't have long to live, at least he could leave a mark in his life. After becoming pregnant, Claire became very cautious, but an accident still happened. When she woke up in the hospital, she was told that the child couldn't be saved. The sudden blow led Henry to a bold guess. He suspected that the child might have inherited his ability to time travel. He found a professor skilled in genetics, hoping he could help them save their second child, but they still failed. To prevent his wife from enduring a third blow, Henry secretly went to the hospital for a vasectomy without telling Claire. Then he traveled to Claire's 18th birthday, which was also when he secretly